What's up, friends? My name's Roxy. Welcome back to the Yoga for Dancers YouTube channel. Today I'm going to need you to grab 2 blocks for our mobility workout today. We are going to be working on strengthening the core, strengthening the glutes, arms, hips. You're going to kind of hit a little bit of everything. This would be perfect for a warm-up or perfect just to get in some good full body conditioning. Can never have enough of that as a dancer. So grab 2 yoga blocks, grab your mat, grab your water, and let's get down and dirty, sweaty and strong. Okay, grab your water, grab your blocks. We're gonna come down onto our stomachs. To begin, we're gonna work a little hip articulation here. So grab one of your blocks and place it right in the knee pit of your right leg so that you can squeeze that block, okay? So you wanna keep it there. And we're gonna first just start by testing out our hamstring and glute activation here to lift the leg. You might not lift it very high, but you want to feel, hopefully, this whole back area here, your glutes, your hamstrings start to light up. Squeezing that block. And so it's with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, lift it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, keep it there. Let's extend this left arm forward. My right hand's gonna come here, bowing my ribs, and I'm going to do a hip rotation. So I'm gonna lift up, and I'm going to start to bring the leg forward as if I was trying to bring it forward here, but I'm gonna roll onto my side, and then onto my back, hugging this block, knee in. So I'm gonna rotate back, and back where I came here. So we're trying to work that mobility of the hip. Rolling, and you'll feel your core work too, coming back, and then lift, and back. Open up, and back. And back. Let's do 3 more. Keep squeezing that block up, around, and forward, side, and back. That was 1, side, forward, side, and back. 2, last 1, and 3. Now we're gonna stay on our stomach, and we're gonna lift up, bring it around, land. So we're really working that outer external hip rotation. So then lift up, bring it back, and parallel. So you're gonna be working from parallel to turned out here. Let's go up and out. Lift and back. Up and out. Lift and back. Adjust the block as you need. Lift up, bring it out, up, and parallel. 3 more. 3, woo, 2, oh my God, and 1. Good, keeping that block there. Let's press up and come to our tabletop here. We're gonna do the same thing, lifting this leg up a little bit higher, squeezing it between the legs. Lift for 10, 9, 8, we're pulling out. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming to the side. We're gonna go up and back. Up and around, up and back, up and around. 2 more, side and back, up and around. Keep that core tight. Last one, up, around, back, around, side. Ooh, okay, right side, hello. Let's get all of that on our left side, squeezing that block in. And we're gonna start with just the leg lifts back, as if you were doing an arabesque. Lift up, and let's go for 10, 9, 8, mind to the muscle, squeeze and lift from the booty, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, right hand forward. We're gonna go up, bring it around side, to the front, the other side, and back. Parallel. Externally rotate. Front and back. We turn out. And I'm really thinking about pushing that knee out to the side here. And then getting that internal rotation as I roll back down. So we're parallel. We turn out, 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 out. We let that draw us to the front, and I'm squeezing that knee up to the chest. And then we go out to the side and internally rotate. Good, 3 more. Out and front, out, turn in, up, out, and front, out, turn in. Last one, up, around, front, draw it in, side, around, back. Beautiful. Now we're going to stay on our stomach. We're going to do just bring it out to the side to that half frog shape. So we lift up and place, up and back, up, turn out, up and down, up, out, up and back. 2 more, up and around, up, back. Last one, lift and around, lift and back. Press it up and back, tabletop. Do the same thing, lifting up here, lift up. Squeezing from the booty. And I'm trying to not drop my back here, keeping my core nice and tight and my lower back neutral so that I can truly lift and isolate from the glute. Up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, let's do those circles. We bring it around and down, up and back. Small block, stay with me, up and around, up and back. Press into the floor, don't sink through the shoulders. Up and around, up and back, up and around, up and back. Good. Okay, bring that block out, and let's grab both of our blocks. Now we're gonna place them right on the outer edges of our mat here, and we're gonna bring, let's see, I'm gonna have them on like this height here, the lowest height, and I'm gonna bring my heels up onto the feet here. So I'm gonna bring my hands behind me. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna play with lifting my hips here. I'm gonna lift my hips and I'm gonna drop my knees together, getting that internal rotation, pressing strong through the arms. As my knees open, I'm gonna drop my hips and come into this really, almost like you're giving birth position. Stretching nicely into the inner thighs here. So you should really feel like you're almost in like a happy baby kind of pose. And then we squeeze up, in, out, and down. Up, and down. Keeping nice and strong through the arms without hyperextending through the elbows. Let's go for 10, and out. Squeeze up and in, and down. 8, exhale. Getting that internal and external. 4, strong arms. 2, and woo, nice little hip hop there, and 1. Good, now from here, I'm gonna lift up, I'm gonna do a little internal, external rotation, going through this double stag. So I'm keeping my heels on the block, and I'm gonna try to rotate to tap my knee inside the blocks onto the mat. Up, and switch. Up, switch. Up, switch. Use that booty strength to lift you up, and back. 1 more each side. Up, down, strong arms. Up, and down. Good. Okay, bringing your blocks onto their highest height here. We're gonna have 1 stay here, right side. And with the other block, we're gonna be pressing actively through our hands, lightly keeping the block up. So I want you to think about slightly rotating through the shoulders here. We're not like up like this. I'm thinking about almost like wrapping my shoulder blades inward to create this kind of wrap and then lightly pressing. So I want to think energy up through the arms, squeezing into that block, sitting up nice and tall, and then I'm going to lift the right leg up, over the block, and down. Back to the center, okay? So right side is lifting up and out. We're sitting up nice and tall, lightly pressing through the block to keep our arms and upper back and everything nice and active here. Let's go. We have 10. And in. 9. And in. Get that leg up as high as you can. 8. And in. Press and wrap through the arms. 7. And in. Hello, hip flexors. 6. And in. Sit up nice and tall. 5. And in. Halfway there. 4. And in. Straight leg, pointed toe. 3. And in. 2. In. Press through the arms. 1. And in. Good. Left block down. Other side. We go up and out. Wrapping and pressing. Think about wrapping, scooping. Again, this kind of motion of pressing in. Out and in. Let's go. 8. Reaching up tall. In. 7. And in. 6. And in. Y'all got this. Tight core, tall spine. 5. And in. Halfway there. 4. And in. 3. And in. 2. In. Last one. And in. Beautiful. Taking that block all the way down. Let's get a little stretch here. And if I can, I'm trying to wrap it around my toes here. Getting a little Barbie foot. Flex through the toes, point through the feet, stretch over, breathe. Taking a deep breath into the back of the rib cage here. Grab some water. Okay, we're not done yet. So bring these blocks out a little bit wider so that you can put your hands in the center here, because we're going to lift up and out with both of them now. Go out so I don't kick my plant here. Okay, so we're trying to stay as tall as we can. I know we might have to kind of round forward a little bit. Lightly pressing your hands on the floor as light as you can so you're not pressing too much with the arms. Lift up and in, up and out. Get them nice and wide, as wide as you can. Up and in, up and out. Woo. Let's go. 5 and in, 4 and in, 3 and in. Oh my God, my quads are burning. 2 and in. Last one, up and in. Whew, okay, turning out here, I'm gonna place a block underneath my left knee. And then bending my right knee in here, so sits bones are on the floor. And we're gonna work through straightening and bending this left leg. So you wanna make sure the block is in a place where you can straighten and then relax that heel to the ground, okay? So from here, bring the other block onto your head, and I'm gonna have my hands squeezing in, elbows out, lightly resting on my head. I'm gonna straighten, bend over, lift, and release. Straighten, lean over, tap, and up. Straighten, over, keeping those elbows out to the side, don't let them come in, and down. Let's go for 5. Core nice and tight. 4. Keep that leg straight, straight, straight. 3, 2. This is great for your leg extensions. 1. Let's do one more. 0. Okay, switching sides. Right leg out, left leg in here, and you're gonna place this block. Oh, I'm gonna just like spit on myself. Okay, anyways, block here. And I'm pressing in, and I'm keeping those elbows out and shoulders down here, okay? So we're gonna straighten and hinge. Up and lower. Straighten and hinge. I'm seeing if I can tap my right elbow down to that block underneath my right leg, and down. Hinge and up. I'm thinking lengthening up and then over and up. 3 more. Shoulders down. Hinge. Keep that leg straight. And 2. Up. Lower. Lift. Oh. And 0. Good. Okay, now full middle split, putting this block underneath your left knee. So we're trying to open up as wide as possible here, trying to get as close to that 180-degree split as possible, but wherever you're at is great. And if your legs, if your ankle is slightly shorter here, what I want you to work on is coming forward and then straightening the legs. Yeah, we're basically gonna be working on straightening the legs and trying to lift the hips off the floor here. So if your ankle is a bit shallower, you may have to lean forward. And if you are more wide with your ankle, you might be able to lift up right in the center without having to lean forward. So we're trying to straighten and lift, lower with control. Straighten, lift, hold, and lower. So strong. Let's go for 10. We exhale, lift. 9, 8. I'm gonna make those amazing middle splits. 7, 6, all the way to straight. 5, 4, nice tall spine, relax shoulders. 3, 2, 1. La 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 la. Okay, beautiful. Good job, guys. Okay, coming into a lunge here. I'm gonna have my right leg back. I'm gonna place my knee on a block here. My left leg's gonna be forward, finding your 90-degree angle here. I'm gonna have the block, again, squeezing in between my hands here, tucking the back toe. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna lift the back knee, straighten that leg, okay? At the same time, I'm gonna lift my arms. As I lower down, I'm gonna release the foot, Bring this block behind the foot, reach back and forward. We press up, down, switch, and forward. Up, down, switch. You can even get a little stretch here, and forward. We squeeze up, down, switch, and forward. Core tight. Up, down, switch, forward. 3 more. Up, down, switch, forward. 2, down, squeeze the booty here. Switch, forward. 1, down. And let's switch. See if you can hold the block. And we're gonna get a stretch here into that right quad. Ooh, my God, my left leg is burning. Breathe here, guys. You can play with leaning forward. Oh, such a good stretch. Leaning back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Okay, from here, release the blocks. And let's just do a little forward and back stretch here. Straightening and dropping. Nice deep lunge. Oh, it's just feeling good. Get a little bit warmer. Stretch. And back. Stretch. And now this time we're gonna lower the back knee, coming to our half split here. So bring those hands a bit closer under the block, under the highest level of the block here. So, squaring off my hips, what I'm gonna do from here, we're not done with our hip flexors. We're gonna lift and drop. Lift and drop. And it's okay if you're a little bit more rounded. We're lightly having those hands on the block. We're gonna squeeze for 5. Exhale, draw that belly in. 4, really straighten through the leg. 3, 2, little hold. Good. Okay, bring those blocks slightly forward. Bring the hands behind the head. Now I'm pointing through my left toe. I'm nice and tight through my core. I'm gonna hinge at the hips. Coming down low enough that I can just touch my wrists to the blocks. And then come up without any hands. Okay, so if you need to put something underneath your right knee, if you have sensitive knees like I do, go for it. I folded up sheepskin here. Okay, so I got the blocks just about framing my heel. Might depend on where you put them depending on your leg length. Keep those elbows out to the sides, we hinge down. Getting that active stretch, and then squeezing up. So I'm trying to be mindful to not hyperextend into my knee, but keep my legs straight, and then squeezing, think about pressing into the floor with that left leg to press me up. Inhale down, stretch, and lift. Try to keep that flat back as much as you can. Really squeezing the booty on the way up. Let's go 4, and up. 3, 2, 1, 0. Good. It just feels good to do again. A little back and forth here. Beautiful. Time to switch sides. Left knee on the left block. Right leg forward. Nice long lunge here. I'm gonna tuck the left toes. Hands on the blocks. Okay. We straighten. Back. Left hand to right hand. Forward. Lift. Back. Switch. Up. Lift. squeeze the booty, lift, back, switch, up, 3 more, lift, down, switch, back, lift, down, switch, back, lift, down, switch, back, last one, lift, down, switch, and hold. Oh, feels so good. Ready for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Release. Get that block out from under the knee. We come into our straight leg stretch here. Straight. And nice deep lunge. Oh. And back. Nice deep lunge. Last time back. And keep the right leg straight. Drop the left knee. Walk those hands back here so that the hands are just about underneath the shoulders. Okay, wow, we're getting sweaty up in here. Let's go. Okay, pointing the right foot, lifting the leg. Lift up and down with a little hold at the top. And down. Lift and down. Let's go. 5 and down. Point it. 4. Down, straighten. 3. Pulling that core in as you exhale. 2. Engage. 1. 0. Good. Walk those blocks forward so you're just about framing the ankle. Hands behind the head, elbows out. We drop down. Tap, lift, up, down, tap, squeeze, up, flat back, hinge, tap, engage the core, press the leg into the floor and squeeze the booty. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, hands to the block. We'll just shift forward and back. Inhale and exhale. Y'all are gonna be so warmed up, ready to hit the pull or hit your class, whatever you're doing. Good. Okay, bringing one block to the lowest height here. We're gonna get into our ankles. So let's bring the left foot onto the edge of the block here. So you'll see I have my heel on the floor and I'm just resting like the ball of my foot onto the block here. Enough that I can get my toes up onto the block because we are going to be lifting onto that, onto those toes. So you want to feel like you're in a place where you can lift that heel up and have the ball of your foot, your toes on the block. You have your right foot right next to it. And the right knee is going to bend as you lower the left heel. And then lifting up, both heels, both legs straighten. Inhale. Up, down. Oh, such a good stretch, such a good workout for the heel. Up, and down. Lift, really pressing that heel up as high as you can, and down. Flat back. Up, down. Let's go for 5. And down. 4. And down. Left leg all the way straight. Down. Whoop. 2. 1. Beautiful. Let's just get a nice calf stretch here. Flat back. Beautiful. Okay, switching sides. Right heel down, right toes up, and we're gonna lift up. Left knee bends as the right heel lowers. Up and down. So we're really trying to work that right heel to press all the way up. And down. Up and down. 5 and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Okay, now putting both feet down, or let's give this right side a stretch here. Forgot about right side here. Oh, that feels so good. Really giving love to all the lower body today. Okay, now feet flat on the floor. I'm gonna place the block this way, so one heel's gonna be here, one heel's gonna be here, right in between my ankles. So, just like that here, where I can lift up and down. And my objective here is to keep the block in between the ankles here. So, hands on the other block, we're gonna lift up, forced arch, drop the heels, straighten. Up, forced arch, drop the heels, straighten. So what I'm really trying to work on, and the reason we have the block is that especially in this lower, it's gonna train your heels to lower more parallel, where I know a lot of dancers struggle with letting their heels like roll inwards and drop inwards. With the block, it's gonna be pushing us out here so that we have to be more parallel. So I want you to think about that while you're doing this, like finding that parallel, that true parallel, and fighting the urge to let yourself internally rotate and collapse inwards on those arches. We lift up, forced arch, lower, straighten. Forced arch, squeeze the booty, lower, straighten. Up, arch, lower, straighten, reverse, bend, lift, up and down, bend, lift, up, down, 4, lift, up, down. Even here, squeeze the booty, up, down, and last one, lift, up, down. Now placing this other block in between the knees here. So I've got it on the bit shorter of the length, keeping this other block at this length on the heels, okay? From here, squeezing the heels in, squeezing the knees in towards this block. We're gonna take a chair pose here. And I want you to think about squeezing your booty, pulling your core in. Nice deep chair lunge here, or chair squat. Okay, maybe finding a little pulse here. Core in, booty strong. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Now we force arch. Lift, down, lift, down. Good balance test. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Okay, release. Lower down. Booty to the floor. Blocks down. We're gonna place our feet up on these blocks. Roll down. We're gonna do a little lifted bridge roll up. So we're tucking through the pelvis. We're rolling up and down. We peel off the floor and down. Let's keep the arms up so we can really work our balance here. Up and down. Squeezing the booty, that's what initiates that peeling off and down. 10, 9, we inhale to lower, exhale to lift. 8, core is tight too. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze the booty, 1, and then we're gonna lift up and hold. Squeeze and lift, tuck, squeeze, 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 feel the booty, mind in the muscle. Let's bring it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and lower. Good, y'all. Okay, let's bring one of those blocks in to place it underneath our sacrum here. So not on your low back, right on your sacrum. Extend the right leg to the floor. Keep that heel on the floor. Hug the left knee into the chest. Should feel like a nice stretch through the left or through the right side. Take a moment to breathe here. So good. You guys are so strong. We've just got a little bit more here. We're gonna do a really amazing hip flexor, active split stretch, and then we're gonna finish off with some core. So from here, I want you to go ahead and straighten that left leg. You can hold onto the foot or the ankle, whatever works. And I want you to pull that left leg in until you feel the right leg start to lift off, just about an inch. Doesn't have to be by much, but just kind of see like at what point does it feel like, oh, my right leg needs to float off. Hold there. We're gonna hold the left leg there, and then we're gonna squeeze and press that right foot to the floor. And squeeze it down those last few inches, working that active flexibility. Squeeze down and up. Ground and lift. Squeeze. Squeeze. Let's go for 10. Trying to keep this left leg where you are, like we're not rocking back and forth here. I'm keeping myself steady, and then I'm isolating. Squeeze down and lift. Down and lift. Let's go to 6, 5, keeping that right leg straight, straight, straight. 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Right knee draws in, left heel grounds down. Find your stretch here, stretching through that left side. One of my favorite active split stretch exercises, especially if you're a pole dancer and you want to get really flat jades, really flat splits. This is what you need to do. So let's go ahead and straighten this right leg now. And I'm gonna pull it in until I feel that left leg start to float off. Okay, and another thing too, if you feel your left leg going out to the side, really try and keep it parallel, really try to keep it in, because we can start to cheat by sometimes going out. So you wanna make sure you're staying parallel. Stretch, just float it off an inch, and then we squeeze down. We squeeze. Squeeze. All right, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Okay, let's remove that block. So good, y'all. Take a little rock here, take a moment. Okay, we're gonna finish off with some core. These exercises are gonna be killer. So I'm gonna take a little baby sip of water and mentally prepare. So with these next exercises, it's gonna be really important that we are mindful of, one, keeping our low back grounded to the floor and not letting it start to arch and do anything like that. Want to keep it anchored. We also want to keep our belly button drawing down and contracting inwards. A lot of times I see dancers pushing their stomach out when they engage, like they'll push it out. And if you're doing that, I need you to do the reverse. I need you to in, and be really mindful of everything kind of contracting inwards towards your spine. That's how you really train those transverse abs. Okay? Oh God, I don't want to do these. Okay, so let's bring the block in between the heels once again. And we're gonna do leg lowers, lowering down. And now it's important here that you keep the low back anchored. Don't let that start to happen. So only go as low with the legs as you can keep that low back anchored on the floor. So we're gonna go down and then use that exhale to really draw even more, like contract downwards. Good. So squeezing that block. I don't know why, but this always makes it harder with the block. Good. Draw it down. We've got 15 more. And we draw in. You don't have to do these hands, but I'm just like showing that, like, oh, drawing it down, as if initiating that core drawing down is what draws the legs back up. 11, 10, 9, and you can even place your hands on your belly to feel, am I drawing in rather than pushing out? 8, 7, 6, 5 more, almost there. 4, oh my God, guys, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, grab your other block to have in your hands, and we're gonna do some rolls. So pressing the blocks into your hands and legs, we're gonna roll and lift. And then roll and hold. Roll to the left. Lift. Roll back. Hold. So we're going from like canoe to a Superman. Okay? So good for your core. Canoe. Roll. Lift. Roll. Oh my God. Canoe. Roll, lift, roll. Oh my God, rolls are so hard. Canoe, roll, lift, roll, canoe, roll, lift, roll. Oh my God, canoe. Okay, let's do one more each side. Roll, lift, roll, canoe, roll. Lift, roll, canoe. Oh my God. Whew. That's a fun one. Okay, last exercise. We saved the worst, I mean the best for last. So take a breath here. All that carbon dioxide out. Okay, so now we're gonna have the block in between our palm and our thigh here. And I'm gonna be pressing into that block. I'm gonna have my legs at a tabletop here, and I'm gonna be keeping this left leg where it is. So try not to let it come in towards your chest. Keep it actively pressing. Like with the hand, you're trying to press the block away, and with the leg, you're pressing back into the block. So you'll feel this kind of like oppositional force from the leg and the hand squeezing into the block. You want to hold that static. Now through the right side, we're going to be extending and contracting. Extending and contracting. Oh, all this gross stuff on my stomach from rolling on the floor. Ugh, okay, I'm so distracted. I'll do anything but do these. Okay, so we've got 10 each side. And with this contraction too, I want you to think about lifting the elbow and the head more, because it's easy to bring the knee like super far up and not have to really lift the elbow. So I really want you to think if you can meet right in the middle there. All right, let's go. 10, 9, press through that left side. 8, Make that connection. 5, 4, 3, press through the other side. 2, 1. Oh, death. Ooh, take a breath here before we do the other side. The reason that these are so good for your dance technique is that they teach one side of your body to stabilize while the other is moving, which is something that we do a lot in dance, where we'll have one stabilizing side while the other side is a little more free-flowing. So it's not only really good for your brain, but it's really good for your core and your body. So let that be the reward that keeps you going in this other side here. So right side press, we're grounding the low back down, belly button's pulling in. Let's extend left, up, 10. Exhale, 9, rest through that right side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Good job, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's take one last bridge pose to just kind of stretch out the front body. And then roll onto your belly. We'll do a little cobra. Oh, so good. Tuck the toes, press up, downward dog. Walk it out for a moment. Okay, good job, you guys. I'm not gonna give you a Shavasana today so that you can go onto whatever you're doing. If you are ready to hop on the pole, hop into your class, you're perfectly warmed up. So, oh my God, you're perfectly warmed up. So if you wanted to go into some deeper stretching too, now would be the perfect, oh my God, I gave myself the hiccups. Now would be the perfect time to do that. So make sure you drink lots of water. Great job today. I hope you got a little sweat on and are feeling hyped, awake. The blood is flowing. You are ready to go. Thanks for training with me today. And I will see you guys in the next class. Bye.